Hi, thank you so much for joining another 1020 yoga class. It is gorgeous and sunny here in Seattle, so I thought we would do yoga on my roof. And if it's your first time here, welcome. 1020 yoga is a very simple practice. We do 10 postures, we hold each pose for 1 minute each, and we do 2 rounds, so it's 20 minutes. So we'll get started sitting on our mat, and I will meet you there. Okay, find yourself in a comfortable seat. Feet can be crossed, or you can be sitting in hero's pose on a block, whatever works for you. We'll arrive together in this place by starting with a meditation. So feel your body heavy against your mat. Lift up through the crown of your head to elongate the spine and slightly tuck the chin in just enough to feel a nice stretch along the neck. And then we'll place our left palm in our right with our thumbs touching. And if this works for you, please close your eyes at this point. And we'll take 3 deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth to arrive in our yoga practice. Inhaling deeply and exhaling all of the air out. Inhaling one more time in through the nose. Exhaling all the air out, and one more time. If you're doing this practice, you're probably taking a break from your day, just taking some time to come back to your mat to practice yoga. And though this is a physical form of the practice where we're primarily just focused on doing movements, yoga, a Sanskrit word from India, which means union, is much more than just a physical practice. And as we sit with our hands in this mudra for union, perhaps we can think about that connection together with all the others doing yoga. And yoga is much more than just working on our physique. It is a union of the body, the mind, the intellect, the spirit. It's how we show up each day for a cause, for others, for family, for friends, for a community. And it's this becoming aware of all of these intricacies between the mind and the body, the intellect, and using them for our own good so that we can then show up as our best self, leading the life we wish to lead. And this feels quite powerful, and this decision to move forward with ease and grace, equanimity, purpose. And what a promise, practicing these physical practices and that. And we can start here and take this 20 minutes to just reset, almost awaken, become aware of our minds, noticing the quality of our minds, noticing the quality of our breath, resting the attention on the breath here for a moment, and starting to direct the inhale and exhale in and out of the nose. Is the breath deep? Is it shallow? With each inhale, see if you can deepen the breath a little bit more, matching the exhale to the inhale. Resting the attention here. Noticing a state of calm which falls over the body when we slow the breath down, relaxing our nervous system. Noticing if any thoughts are coming into the mind, and just acknowledging the thoughts and then redirecting the attention back to your breath. And this is a practice, and it's very common for the mind to wander multiple times. You're not doing anything wrong if this happens. The state of the mind can fluctuate all of the time. And perhaps thinking about noticing the state of the mind and thinking about shifting it to something that might serve you a bit differently for the rest of your day. Is there a change you can make to serve someone else or something else? And we'll open the eyes here and prepare to begin our practice, 10-20 yoga. Hopefully feeling a bit more calm in the mind, and that all of the airplanes going over this house are not distracting you too much. We'll meet standing at our mat, and then I will start the timer to keep us on track for our intervals. Standing hip width apart, feet hip width apart, or your big toes touching, hands by your side, looking forward, mountain pose. Now we could just stand here like a noodle, but I think you want to build some strength. And let's embody the qualities of the mountain by starting with the feet. The foundation for all of our standing poses, pushing into the big toe, the outer toe, all of the heel, inner, outer, and middle. Lifting the kneecaps, toning the belly, relaxing the glutes, lifting the shoulders up through the armpits, and lengthening the fingers down towards the ground. Feel this quality of stability. Feel as if the ground is holding your feet in place. And then we'll inhale the arms up overhead, gazing past the thumbs. Exhale all the air out as you forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, extending the spine forward, and then step the feet mat width apart, heel toeing them here. Align your outer heel with the pinky. And then we'll bend the knees slightly, reaching the hips towards the back of the mat, looking forward, toning the belly, and either keeping your hands on your mat or extending them forward into this functional forward fold. Really opening up the sits bones and creating some more flexibility here and strength so that we can do forward folds. Let's start with our feet again, just like the mountain, and press down through the big toe, the pinky, and the heel. Feeling the back of the leg open up and strengthen as we do this, reaching further back and extending the hands further forward. Exhale here, the hands to the mat, and then you'll step back into a plank pose. Just like you're like a horizontal mountain here. Hands are underneath the shoulders. Body is strong. You're pushing out through the heels, extending through the head, feeling the vertebrae lengthen. Imagine you're pulling the heels toward each other, strengthening the tops of the legs, toning the lower belly, and then curling the triceps toward one another. Hold here. Press the ground away as the ground presses you away, like you're giving a cool high five. Stay strong. Stay toned, stay powerful. Build the strength here. Choose what you want to be. Inhale and then lower the knees to the ground to a tabletop pose. Knees are about hip width apart. And then we'll do a Superman pose here, which is also known as a tiger pose. So shift your weight into your left palm, and then we'll extend the right knee behind us, long and strong, pushing through that heel. And then shift your weight over to the right palm, lifting the left arm straight forward, thumb facing the ceiling. Tracking your arm with your ear. So if you looked over, you kind of really wouldn't see me. But imagining someone's pulling your hand, and someone's pulling your heel, toning the belly here. You only have 14 more seconds. You've got this. You're like tiger Superman. Rawr. And release everything back down. Tuck the toes, and we'll push back up into a downward facing dog. Check your alignment here. Your hands are shoulder width apart and the fingers spread wide. Your feet can be big toes touching, or you can have your feet hip width apart. Bend the knees as much as you like to feel a nice long stretch of the spine. And then curl the hips up towards the sky. Really pressing into the thumbs and the index finger. Rolling the triceps toward one another. Toning the belly here. Feeling a nice stretch along the entire back. Thinking about the muscles in the middle of the back. Gazing past the navel. And use this time here to just focus. Breathe. And extend that right leg up towards the sky, three-legged dog. Bend the knee towards the nose and step that foot forward into a runner's lunge. Look forward, reach the arms forward, bring the torso up. And then that back heel comes down to the mat into a warrior one pose. Front knee over ankle. That back thigh is curling towards the back of the room. The front inner thigh is lifting up towards the sky. And you're reaching up over, so the hands are tracking alongside the ears. Lifting higher. Really pulling both feet in towards one another. Getting that great foundation. You're this warrior that has just been manifested out from the ground. And open up into warrior two. Leading with the heart, proud warrior. Check your foundation here. Feet should be heel to heel aligned. Press down in the back outer edge of the foot. Knee is tracking over the second toe. And you're extending out through both arms. Pull everything in towards the hips by pulling the feet towards one another. And then taking all of that energy up the spine, out through the head, through both fingers, both hands. And breathe here. How are you going to show up today? Who do you want to be today? What are the decisions that I'm making that are resulting in me being who I am? And straighten that front leg. And then we'll pivot to the opposite side so that left foot points to the back of the mat. And then we'll come into warrior two, second side. Check alignment here. Knee over ankle. The back knife edge side of the foot is pressed down. I'm looking over. I can see my second toe. Pulling everything in. I have my really strong legs. It's like I am a part of the ground. I'm not separate. I'm pulling all of that energy up through my legs into my hips and out my arms. Gazing with focus. My breath is calm. Great job. Open up into warrior one. So bring that right arm forward and then up. Hips stay where they are. Except maybe they feel a bit more heavy. Press into that back foot of the pinky, the pinky of the back foot. The lower ribs are in, the abs are toned. And I'm reaching up and I'm breathing. I'm embodying the manifestation of the peaceful warrior. Who do I want to be today? Who do I need to be today? Whoever I want to be is in my control. And bring your hands down to your side. Bring the hands to frame the foot. And then step back into a downward facing dog. Look forward and shift forward into plank pose. Lower down to chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Look forward, jump or step to the front of your mat. Inhale, extend the spine forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, the hands all the way up, stretching out wide. Palms meet above the head, gazing here for a moment, and then tracing the midline. Bringing the hands to heart center. Taking a moment here to feel the benefits of the practice. Feel all the work that you've done. And then extend your hands out to the side. Palms facing forward. We begin our second round, Tadasana. Let the hands of the earth hold your feet in place. Press down through those big toes, the pinky toe. Press in through the outer heel, the inner heel. Lift the arches, feel the knees lift. Tone the thighs, tone the belly. Lift the shoulders through the armpits and extend the fingers down towards the ground. Elongate the spine through the crown of the head. And bask in this feeling of stability, security, the mountain. And then we'll inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale all the way down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And then we'll heel toe the feet out, mats width apart. Align your outer heels with your pinkies. So a little bit of a pigeon toe. Bend the knees slightly and reach the hips towards the back of the room. Fingertips can be on the mat, or you can extend the hands forward. Press down through the feet, creating that foundation, creating strength in the back of the legs. Imagine the sit bones widening as you reach the hips back further. Let these imaginary hands grab your hands and pull you forward in an opposite direction. Breathing here, and hands come down to the mat. Heel toe the feet back together, and then step back into plank pose. Your last plank today. Spread the fingers wide. Spread the toes wide. Imagine you're pulling the heels toward one another and feel the tops of the legs strengthen. Push the floor away as the floor pushes you away. Pressing all 10 fingers into the mat. Tone the belly, roll the triceps toward one another, and reach through the crown of the head. Breathing here, steady here. You only have 20 seconds, and you can do this. You can strengthen your entire body. Come down to your knees at any time, and you can still tone your abs. Reach and breathe. Calm the mind. Create equalness between the inhale and exhale as you lower the knees to the mat into tabletop pose. Pressing the top of the right foot into the mat and moving your weight into the left hand. Then extending the left heel to the back of the room. Squaring the hips so they're on one line. Inhaling to tone the belly and then extending the right hand forward, thumb facing up, gazing past the thumb, relaxing the eyes, creating an equalness in the breath. Thinking about the navel and pulling that in towards the spine as you're reaching in opposite directions. Building heat, building fire, creating balance. You got this. Just a little bit longer. And everything comes back down. Tuck the toes and we'll push ourselves up into downward facing dog. And just like we set up a foundation in our feet for mountain, we'll do this for the dog as well. So let's spread the fingers, push into the thumb knuckle, the index knuckle, all remaining knuckles. If I were to come and pick up one of your fingers, I wouldn't be able to do it. So claw the mat. Feel the arms strengthen. Notice if you're sort of tilting, creating sort of a shape in your spine that's coming towards the mat. And the way to figure out if you're doing that, bend your knees and then straighten the legs one at a time. But we're about to run out of time in our dog here. So inhale and lift the left leg up towards the sky. Reach it all the way up. Breathing here. And on your exhale, take the knee in towards the nose. Come forward, plant the foot by the hand. And then inhale, look forward. Tone the belly, extend the hands forward to raise the torso up. And that right heel comes down to the mat. Check your wide stance. You should be about in heel to heel position. Your torso is facing forward. And that back hip, that back inner thigh is sort of curling towards the mat. The front inner thigh is curling up towards the ceiling. So you have this opposition, widening the sit bones. Knee is tracking over ankle. Press in through the big toe to create a line of energy. Press in through the outer pinky of the back foot. Tone the belly. And then open up to warrior two. Hands are wide apart, pulling in opposite directions. The feet are strong. Press into the heels to feel the inner thighs strengthen. Pull the heels toward each other. Stretch the hands out wide. The gaze is steady, firm, but soft. Who am I going to show up today? Who do I want to be? Who do I need to be? Is there one thing that I can change off of this mat to be that person? Breathing here. Second side, straighten the front leg. Pivot the feet so the right toes are towards the front of the mat. Bend that right knee into 90 degrees. Warrior two, second side. Check your alignment here. Sometimes you need to move the front foot out a little bit. Heel to heel alignment. The outer edge of the left foot's pushing into the mat. Knee tracking over ankle. Reach out through opposite hands. Feeling the arms strengthening as you gaze past the right fingertips. Firm and soft. Relax the eyebrows. Relax the face. Create a steadiness in the breath. We'll take that back hand, sweep it forward, extend the arms up overhead. The back inner thigh starts to curl towards the back of the room. The front inner thigh up towards the ceiling, widening our sit bones. Tone the belly. Reach up through the arms, but descend the shoulder blades down the back. And then check one more time your stance. Where is your knee? Warrior One, Virabhadrasana. Breathe here. Take a moment to return to this meditation breath. Inhaling through the nose deeply, exhaling softly. You have 10 seconds here. Great job on doing all of this work. Exhale the hands down by the foot. Step back into downward facing dog. Breathe here for a moment. Look forward. Come forward to plank pose. Bend the elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe here. Feeling the benefits of the practice. Noticing how this dog feels different than the other dogs. Looking forward, and then on your exhale, jumping or stepping forward. Bringing the feet to the hands. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, the arms up overhead as you come up to standing. Palms at center. Trace the midline, bringing your palms to heart center. Opening the hands up. Mountain pose. Let's step to the center of our mat. And we'll end our practice with a brief shavasana. So come down to your mat. Bring yourself into your back. Lying all the way down. Hands in the shape of an A by your hips, extended out long. Allow the feet to extend out long. And then curl your hands into a fist. Tense everything up. Tense all of the muscles of the body and then release. And do this one more time. Inhaling, tensing every muscle. Release. Allowing the breath to return to normal. Allowing the yoga to work through the body. Feeling all of that blood that's running through, cleansing all the organs. And we'll do a brief body scan. Relaxing the feet. Bringing your attention to the shins and calves. Allowing them to relax. Relax the knees. Relax the thighs. Relax the hips and glutes. Allow the spine to relax. Allow the ribs and chest to relax. Relax all of the inner organs. Relax the shoulders. Relax the arms. Relax the hands. Remove the expression from the face. Relax the face, the head, and everything behind the eyes and between the ears. Rest your attention at the point between the eyebrows and allow the body to just sink into the earth. Breathing here. And we'll start to bring our attention back to our body by wiggling our fingers and toes. Bending the knees towards our chest and then rolling over to the right side, using our hands to lift us up. And we'll come back to a seated position, easy pose. Your hands at heart center, close the eyes here for a moment. We'll take 3 deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Allowing a smile to come across the face, opening the eyes here and placing your hands on your knees. Great job on your practice today. I hope you've cultivated a lot of energy and have a new perspective on who you're going to be for the rest of your day. Everything that you want to be is in your power. You can do it, and I believe in you. So I'll see you soon for another 10-20 practice, and thank you so much for choosing to do this practice with me. I'll see you soon.